What is the huge problem with the story of Luke Skywalker? And no, I'm not talking about how some folks aren't fans of grumpy old Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. I'm talking about the story of young Luke Skywalker between episodes 4 and 5. There is something that Luke really should know that he simply does not. And this was brought to my attention by my buddy JJ, who was kind enough to share his thoughts on the latest main Star Wars comic series. The comic that details Luke and his adventures between episodes 4 and 5. You see, now that Rebels is over, the comic creator was able to include several members of the Ghost Crew in the comic. But which members are those? Well, it's actually Hera, Zeb, and it looks to be Rex in the background. Hera's actually seen several times in the background of a conversation that Leia's having. And it gets even better. Hobby, the pilot that was rescued by Sabine along with Wedge Antilles, was actually having a conversation with Luke, telling him about General Hera's training exercises. But isn't it a bit weird that Hera hasn't been mentioned until now? I mean, we know that she has survived until Rogue One, so why not include her in an earlier comic? Well, I think this has to do with that monster problem I mentioned at the beginning of the video. They didn't want to introduce Hera to Luke earlier because she's probably the one that is going to reveal some important information to Luke. Information that Luke really should have at this point. And this is really the huge problem. Why doesn't Luke Skywalker know about Kanan Jarrus and Ezra Bridger, the only other Jedi that have been part of the Rebel Alliance? Has Leia, Mon Mothma, Hera, and the others just refused to tell him? And does Rex know that Anakin is Darth Vader? I'm assuming not, because that would take this small oversight to a massive blunder. But hey, I understand, the comics didn't want to include Rebels characters until after the show ended. That's just showing some respect to Dave Filoni and the crew over there at Lucasfilm behind Star Wars Rebels. And Luke has been off on some grand adventure. But is this problem going to be fixed anytime soon? I would say that it actually is. Luke just recently found out about the events of Rogue One, so next in line I believe we might just see him on an adventure to Lothal in discovering everything that happened there. Wouldn't it be cool if he's actually shown around Lothal by Sabine? Because as I've said, this is a huge hole in the story of Luke Skywalker. The folks who are part of Lucasfilm Story Group are way too smart to not fully explain this to us canon junkies. Hopefully they're debating exactly how it should happen as you watch this, or even better yet, they are finished and it's just a matter of having that comic printed. But hey, Star Wars fans, if you're new here, I'm Mike, and my goal at Force Within TV is to encourage you to share your theory crafting Star Wars thoughts. And today, I'd love it if you'd respond to the question of the day. And today's question is about Rebels spin-off stories, and more specifically, stories about the Rebels Ghost Crew during the original trilogy. I'm planning on doing a community video on this topic where I'll share your comments, so please let me know your great ideas. Plus, if you haven't already noticed, I'll be posting videos at 10 a.m. Eastern Time from now on. And because of some help from the man behind the official Bossk channel, I should be posting 7 days a week now. So bringing things to a close, remember my fellow theory crafting Jedi, use the Force within you to make the Star Wars community a better place. Share your thoughts and theories and encourage those who do the same. May the Force be with you.